Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to Vedic Heritage. Argala Stotram is a prayer on Goddess Durga. It is one of the important chants found in Devi Mahatmyam in the Markandeya Purana, a composition of Markandeya Rishi. It is in praise of the Divine Mother Goddess Durga as the nourisher and protector. It is a chant meant for everyone, as each of us requires the goddess to nourish and protect us throughout life. As a mother figure, the goddess grants all our wishes, be it spiritual or material. This beautiful stotram has much to teach us. Therefore, I will explain each shloka in detail. As there are many verses in the stotra, this is the first part of a series of videos explaining the stotra. In this video, I will explain the introductory part and the first 3 dhyana shlokas. I have shared the link to the video of just the chant in the description below. Argala Stotram is an important part of Chandi Path. Traditionally, Argala Stotram is recited after Devi Kavacham and before Keelakam and must be read before Durga Saptashati. But it can also be chanted by itself daily as a part of regular prayer. Om Namaschandikayai. Benefits of the chant. Argala literally means obstruction, bolt or latch. There are times in life when we feel that despite our best efforts, we are unable to achieve what we seek, be it education, career, health or wealth. There are many obstructions we seek to be rid of. We should understand that many a time, fruits of our past and present life karma can cause impediments which seem unsurmountable. Even when we try to chant this stotram, we may find obstacles, disturbances from outside or inherent tendencies from within us. But if we persist for at least one day, then the obstacle for the next day will not happen. So, one day at a time, through persistent practice, the Argala Stotram is believed to clear all these impediments. Even the most difficult of obstructions are believed to be removed by the goddess through the practice of this chant. This stotram describes the victory of goddess Durga Devi over all the asuras. Her victory over asuras is also a symbolic description of the victory of divinity over negative energies and difficulties in our life. It also appeals to her to bestow us with good health, wealth, strength and success. Unless our basic needs are fulfilled, the mind cannot engage in spiritual quest. Therefore, chants like Argala Stotram appeal to the supreme power to help fulfill those needs. And whether a householder or a monk, we need a healthy body and sustenance to pursue and succeed in our quests. Thus, chants like these are favored by devotees in every stage of life. Now, let us understand the stotram. This powerful stotram is supposed to be like mantra in its strength. Chanting the stotra is like unlocking a treasure chest. Primarily known to be part of Rishi Markandeya's Devi Mahatmyam, there are different versions of this stotra seen around India. Some verses may differ or be absent, but each version is still of the same essence. I came across 2 versions and have incorporated both in this video. Most important stotrams have an introductory part stating the name of the stotra, the devata, the rishi, and the details of stotra like poetic meter and usage. Depending on the scripture, the introduction and dhyana slokams differ. I will introduce and explain both introductions available to me. One is from the Chandi Path of Bengali texts and the other is from North India. Om Namaschandikayai. Salutations to Goddess Chandika. Atha Argala Stotram. This is Argala Stotram. Asya Shri Argala Stotra Mantrasya. Of this auspicious Argala Stotram, Swarnakarshana Bhairava Rishihi. Swarnakarshana Bhairava is the Rishi or the seer. Swarnakarshana Bhairava is considered an amsham of Lord Shiva in Bengali text. Anushtup Chandaha. In the poetic meter of Anushtup, Shri Mahalakshmi Chandika Devata. The main deity of the stotra is Mahalakshmi Chandika Devi. Bijam Gam Shaktihi Lam Kilakam. Am is the seed alphabet, Gam is the energy, Lam is the key. Shri Mahalakshmi Chandika Prasada Siddhyarte. For the blessing of Mahalakshmi Chandika Devi. Jape Viniyogaha. This is the practice of the japa. Atha Argala Stotram. The alternate introduction goes thus. Om Asya Shri Argala Stotra Mantrasya. Of this auspicious Argala Stotram, Vishnur Rishihi. Vishnu is the seer. Anushtup Chandaha. Anushtup is the poetic meter. Shri Mahalakshmir Devata. The deity is Shri Mahalakshmi. Shri Jagadamba Pritaye. To please the mother of all existence. Saptashati Pathangatvena Jape Viniyogaha. It is now used as part of the Saptashati part or the Saptashati chant. Markandeya Uvacha. Sage Markandeya says, Om Namas Chandikayai. Salutations to Goddess Chandika. Depending on the text you have, you can follow the respective introduction. Next comes the Dhyanam or invocation of the deity concerned. For the Argala Stotram, it is Adi Parashakti, Jagadamba, the universal mother goddess. Dhyanam. Prakasha Madhya Sthita Chit Swarupam Varabhaye Sandadhatin Trinetram Sindhura Varnanchita Komalangin Mayamayim Tattvamayim Namami. Prakasha Madhya Sthita. One who is present in the center of Prakasha or brightness. What is this brightness? Chit Swarupam. The Chit Swarupam, which is the Chaitanya or universal consciousness. O Mother, you who are the Chaitanya, you shine through the consciousness of all sentient beings. You who are present in the center of this universal consciousness, shining bright forth from all of them. Prakasha Madhya Sthita Chit Swarupam. Varabhaye Sandadhatim. Whose hands are held well in the two mudras, Varada and Abhaya. Varada mudra denotes blessing and boons, and Abhaya mudra denotes protection. So her two hands are showing these two mudras of blessing and protection. Trinetram, one who has three eyes. Sindhura Varnanchita Komalangim. This describes the Devi's beauty. Sindhura Varna, who is reddish in hue. Anchita, splendorous, radiant. Komalangim, very elegant, delicate, soft-bodied. So this beautiful, splendorous, red-hued beauty who's got elegant and soft body. Maya Mayim, the Devi who abides as Maya in all creation, who is herself the cloak of Maya. Although all creation is just an extension of the Supreme Goddess, we cannot make out her true nature due to the cloak of Maya or illusion. Maya is the ignorance that covers all creation. It makes us believe and behave as if we are different from each other, when in fact we are all the same one. Maya is the reason why we cannot believe that a fungus, a dolphin, and us are all the same being. Tattvamayim. She is also the originator of tattvas, the basic materials of creation. Therefore, she is of the nature of tattvas within creation. In this verse, the Nirguna and the Saguna nature of Divine Mother is invoked. If you take the time before all creation came forth, the only original principle which was is Nirguna. That which is but cannot be explained is Nirguna. In Shakta philosophy, that principle is Adiparashakti, the Divine Mother. She is the Chaitanya or universal consciousness who is the substratum or foundation or the underlying principle of all that which exists in creation, both sentient and otherwise, Chit Swarupa. From this Chit springs forth the Saguna, the manifested creation or existence, which is manifested through the basic raw materials or tattvas which are also created from her by her, Tattvamayim. She is one basic truth, the one reality behind the multiplicity of existence. Yet, we cannot see that because of the web of ignorance covering all creation. She is that Maya, Maya Mayim. And because we cannot perceive such an abstract principle, she is approached as a divine mother. She is described in this form as a beautiful, radiant, red-hued, delicate, three-eyed beauty, with hands in mudras of blessing and protection. Sindhura Varnanchita Komalangim Trinetram Varabhayim Sandadatim. Having now visualized her in a form that we can relate to, we now pay our obeisance to her. Namami, my salutations to you. Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jaya Bhutapaharini Jaya Sarvagate Devi Kalaratri Namostute. Jayatvam, victory to you. Devi Chamunde, O Devi Chamunda. Victory to you, O Devi Chamunda, who destroys all difficulties and sorrows, evil and negativities. Jaya Bhutapaharini can be Jaya Bhu, worldly, Tapa, sorrows, Harini, remover of all the sorrows of this worldly existence. It can also mean Bhuta Apaharini. Bhuta meaning beings and Apaharini, one who takes in and swallows. At the time of Pralaya, the dissolution of existence, when as Shiva the destroyer, she is in the mode of destruction, it is she again as Prakriti who collects the remnants of the jivas and holds them within her. It is this compassionate nature of hers which allows for the growth of creation once again later on. Jaya Sarvagate Devi Kalaratri Namostute. Jaya, victory to you. Sarvagate Devi, O Devi, who pervades everything. Not only does she create everything, it is she who is present in all beings. Kalaratri Namostute. Te Namahastu. Salutations to you, O Devi Kalaratri. The form of Durga Devi literally means the dark night. As Yogamaya, you are Kalaratri, the darkness of Pralaya, which swallows all creation during the dissolution or Avaranam. Yatvam Priti Vidhaukhyata Sarvada Sarvakirtita Tasya Bhedahyanantascha Tanmahatmyan Shivodayam. Ya Tvam Priti, you who are ever pleasing. Vidhaukhyata, ever benevolent. Sarvada Sarvakirtita, always praised by all. Tasyaha Bhedaha Anantaha, whose forms are myriad. You manifest as all forms of creation, both inert and sentient. Tan Mahatmyam, your greatness, O Devi, Shivodayam, is the birth of Shiva's greatness. Whether we call them Purusha and Prakriti or Shiva and Shakti, the unmanifest potential of universal consciousness and the matter or nature principle are interdependent. Although aspects of the same Adiparashakti, unless Shiva merges with Shakti, there can be no creation. Therefore, Shiva's greatness is only known through the presence of Shakti. The Shakti of Shiva is Devi. Tan Mahatmyam Shivodayam. This brings us to the end of these Dhyana Shlokas. The other verses I will explain in subsequent videos. Do subscribe, like and share with like-minded friends. Thank you for watching. Harihi Om.